Good morning all. In our today's class, we are going to solve the remaining problems of alternating current. In our yesterday class, I have solved some important problems that may ask in your examination, the kind of problems they may ask in your examination. So, here are some other problems which we are going to solve right now. The next problem is, this problem I have given to you as a homework, but some of you are not able to solve this problem. That's why I am going to solve by myself only. An inductor and a bulb are connected in series to an alternating current of AC source 220 volts 50 hertz. A current of 11 ampere flows in a circuit and a phase angle between voltage and current is pi divided by 4 radians. Calculate the impedance and inductance of the circuit. Here what they have given is current, voltage, frequency and phase angle. Current is 11 ampere, voltage is 220 volts, frequency is 50 hertz and phase angle difference between the voltage and current is 45 degree, that is pi divided by 4. Now what we have to find out is inductance, the value of inductance and impedance. Impedance of a LCR circuit and inductance of a inductor. Let us see how we can solve this problem. Initially what we know is voltage, that is the AC source which we can apply to the LCR circuit, that is 220 volts and the frequency is 50 hertz. The current flowing through the circuit is 11 ampere and the phase angle between voltage and current is pi divided by 4 radians. Pi divided by 4 radians. Pi means 180 degree here. In terms of angle, pi is 180 degree. That is 180 divided by 4 is equal to 45 degree. This is the value of phi. Now what we have to find is impedance. Impedance means that is Z. Total resistance of a LCR circuit is Z. And again we have to calculate L means that is inductance of the inductor. These are the things which we have to find out, Z and L, and the given constants are here. This is your 2016 question paper problem. July 2016 question paper problem. First, initially what we know that is, let us start from Z. We know the expression for Z, that is Z is equal to Vrms divided by Irms. This is nothing but resistance is equal to voltage divided by current in terms of Ohm's law. What is the value of voltage and current here? Voltage is 220 volts and current is 11 ampere. If we substitute those values, what we will get is 220 divided by 11 is equal to 20 ohms. Here the value of Z, that is Z is equal to question mark, the value of Z is equal to 20 ohms. Now the biggest task right now is to find out what is the value of inductance of an inductor. For that, what I am going to do is, initially I will consider another expression for impedance, that is Z is equal to square root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. I am considering this formula. Why? Because using this only we can able to find out what is the inductance of an inductor. But in RL circuit, this is a pure RL circuit. That means this is not a LCR circuit. in RL circuit, the only connected materials are a resistor with an inductor. Here we are seriously connecting a resistor with an inductor, not a capacitor. We are not connecting any capacitor to the whole circuit. That's why the capacitance value for this is equal to 0. But in RL circuit, this is not LCR circuit, this is RL circuit. That means C is absent. Therefore, the value of C is equal to 0. C. The concept of C is 0 means that is Xc is also 0. That is capacitive reactance. Capacitive reactance is also 0. Then what will be our expression? That is Z is equal to square root of R square plus XL square. This is our modified expression for Z. This is our modified expression for Z. Let us assume this as equation 1. Z is equal to square root of R square plus XL square is the expression 1. Now what I am going to do is I am assuming a phase angle expression. That is tan phi is equal to XL minus XC divided by R. This is the expression for phase angle, or phi is equal to tan inverse of XL minus XC divided by R. But in the case of absence of capacitance, the value of Xc is equal to 0. Then again we can modify the expression for phase angle, that is XL divided by R. The value of Xc becomes 0 in that case. Therefore, tan phi is equal to XL divided by R. If we send this R to the another side of the equation, what we will get? R is equal to tan phi is equal to XL. R into tan phi is equal to XL. But we know the value of phi. What is the value of phi? That is phi is equal to 45 degree. Phi is equal to 45 degree means we have to substitute the value of phi as 45 here. That is R into tan 45 degree is equal to XL. What is the value of tan 45? Obviously we know that tan 45 is equal to 1. So what it will become? R into 1 is equal to R. This is the expression for R. R is equal to XL. That means both carrying same values. The resistance of a resistor and reactance of an inductor both has a same resistance value. That means R is equal to X into L. If we are going to simplify, what is the value of resistance R? How we are going to get that thing? We are going to get that thing using the expression of this. Assume equation 1. Assume equation 1. In that, let us assume this as equation 2. Or we can do like this. Substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Then what we will get? That is Z is equal to square root of R square plus R square. Why? Because we know the value of XL is equal to R. I am considering this XL as R. That is why I have written Z is equal to R square plus R square, that lies within the square root. Now what we have to do is we have to take out the square root of these two things. R square plus R square is equal to 2R square. R square plus R square is equal to 2R square. If we write this equation in a split form, in case of a square root, we can take out the multiplies into split forms. Then we cannot take root 2, but here we can cancel square with a square root. then what will be the value of Z? Z is equal to root 2 into R. The value of Z is equal to root 2 into R. But what we want is R. Hence, what is the value of R here? The value of R should be Z divided by root 2. How? Because I am sending this root 2 to the another side of the equation, so it will get in the denominator position. Next, what is the value of Z? We know the value of Z, that is 20 ohms. Then what it will be? 20 divided by root 2. 20 divided by root 2. What is the value of root 2 then? That is 1.414. 20 divided by 1.414 is the value of square root of 2. Then if we divide 20 by 1.414, what we will get? What we will get is, that is 14.144. The value of resistance, if we divide 20 by 1.414, that will be 14.144 ohms. This is equal to inductive reactance of a inductor. Because we know that RS is equal to XL. That's why we can write R and both XL as 14.144 ohms. This is all about R and inductive reactance, resistance and inductive reactance. But what we have to find out is not XL, but instead of that we have to find out L, that is inductance of an inductor. But we know the expression for inductive reactance, that is XL is equal to 2 pi F into L. Isn't it? The expression for XL is equal to 2 pi F into L. What we want to find is L. So, by keeping L in that side only, by sending the 2 pi F value to the another side of the equation, what we will get? L is equal to XL divided by 2 pi into F. XL divided by 2 pi into F is the expression for L. What is XL here? That is 14.144 divided by 2 into 3.142 into frequency of AC is 50 Hertz. This is the value of frequency. The expression for L is equal to XL divided by 2 pi F. By modifying this expression, we got this. Now the value of inductive reactance is 14.144, 2 into 3.142 into 50. If we simplify this thing, what we will get? What we will get is 100. 100 into 3.142 is equal to 314.2. 50 into 2 is equal to 100. 100 into 3.142 is equal to 314.2. 14.144 is dividing by 314.2 means we will get 0.0450 Henry. This is the value of inductance, that is 0.0450 Henry. But if we keep this in terms of millihenry, what we will get is 1, 2, 3. That is 45 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Henry. That is L is equal to 45 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Henry, or we may write that as 45 millihenry. This is the value of inductance of an inductor. Here we have got the value of impedance, that is Z is equal to 20 ohms, and we have find out the value of inductance of an inductor, that is 45 millihenry, or we can write that as 0.045 Henry. This is all about this problem. Actually, this kind of problem is very important for your exam point of view. Similar problems they may ask in your examination. Now we are going to solve another problem that is asked in your question paper 2017 July. In your 2017 July question paper, they have asked this question. A sinusoidal voltage of peak value 285 volts is applied to a series LCR circuit in which resistance of a resistor is 5 ohms, pure inductance of inductor is 28.5 millihenry, and capacitance of a capacitor is 80 microfarad are connected. Now what we have to find out is the value of resonant frequency, calculate the impedance, current and power dissipated in the resonance. These are the questions, these are the answers which we have to find out right now. What he has asked is, a series LCR circuit has a combination of inductance, capacitance and resistance, has a value of 5 ohms, 28.5 millihenry inductance and capacitance of 800 microfarad are connected to a power supply of 285 volts. What we have to find out is resonant frequency of the circuit, impedance, yes, current and power dissipated at a resonance. These are the things which we are going to find out right now. Actually this problem is July 2016 question paper problem. What we have solved earlier is July 2016 question paper problem. Now what I am going to solve is July 2017 question paper problem. Now we should write the given values of the constants of capacitance, resistance and inductance. The value of resistance is R is equal to 5 ohms. R is equal to 5 ohms. Inductance L is equal to 28.5 millihenry. 28.5 millihenry. And the capacitance of a capacitor is equal to 800 microfarad. The value of capacitance is equal to 800 microfarad. And we know the value of applied voltage, that is V is equal to 285 volts. The value of applied voltage is equal to 285 volts. And what we have to find out is resonant frequency, that is F0, or you may write this as Fr, that is left to you. Fr or F0, that is left to you. That is what is the meaning of this means? That is resonant frequency. Resonant frequency we have to find out, and with that we have to find out impedance, current and power dissipated in a resonance concept. These are the things which we have to find out, and this question has been asked in your July 2017 question paper. This question asked in your 2017 question paper. Initially what we have to do is we have to find out the value of resonant frequency. What is the expression for resonant frequency in a series LCR circuit? The expression for resonant circuit in terms of a series LCR circuit is equal to Fr is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi into square root of L into C. Isn't it? Please go through the earlier concepts of alternating current. We have derived this expression. The expression for resonant frequency is equal to 1 over 2 pi into square root of L. If we substitute the values of L and C and pi, we can easily get the value of resonant frequency. Let us know. 1 divided by 2 into 3.142 into square root of L into C. What is the value of L here? That is 28.5 into 10 to the power of minus 300. 28.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. And what is the value of capacitance? That is 800 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Micro means minus 6, milli means 10 to the power of minus 3. This is the value of inductance and capacitance, 800 into 10 to the power of minus 600. If we multiply these two terms, what we will get? Fr is equal to 1 over 2 into 3.142 is equal to 6.284. 2 into 3.142 is equal to 6.284, and the value of 800 into 28.5. 800 into 28.5 is 22,800 into 10 to the power of minus 9. The value of L and C, 28.5 into 800 is equal to 22,800 into 10 to the power of minus 9. Excuse me. Now, we cannot take out the square root of 22,800 because the power of that value is 10 to the power of minus 9. In our earlier session, I have already said that we cannot take out the power of odd numbers. So we have to convert that into a even number, that is 10 to the power of minus 8 or 10 to the power of minus 10. I am making an alteration for this equation, that is 6.284 into, raise 10 here, that is 2,28,000 into 10 to the power of minus 10. I am shifting the point from here to the next number, and here one number is rising, that is 22,800 has become 2,28,000 into 10 to the power of minus 10. Now we can take out the square root of this value. That will be Fr is equal to 1 divided by 6.284 into, what is the square root of 2,28,000? The square of 2,28,000 is 477.5 into 10 to the power of minus 5. The square root of 2,28,000 is 477.5, and the square root of 10 to the power of minus 10 is equal to 10 to the power of minus 5. Then again, if you multiply these two terms, what we will get? Fr is equal to 1 over 6.284 into 477.5 is equal to 3,000.61. 3,000.61 into 10 to the power of minus 5. This is the value of 6.284 into 477.5. And again, if we divide 1 by 3000.61, now send this 10 to the power of minus 5 to the numerator, then what it will become? 1 into 10 to the power of plus 5 divided by 3000.61. Or you may write that as approximately equal to 3000. Okay. Or 3000.5. 1 divided by 3000 is equal to 0.0003326. The value of 1 divided by 3000.61 is equal to 0.0003326 into 10 to the power of plus 5. Into 10 to the power of plus 5. If we multiply 1 lakh to this equation, 10 to the power of 5 means that is 1 lakh. That is, one has 5 continuous number, 1 0 0 0 0 0 5 numbers. 1 lakh into 0.0003326 is equal to 33.26, or you may shift this point. Here we have plus 5, that is why we have to shift this point to the 5 consecutive numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 33.26. What we are finding out here is resonant frequency. That means it is 33.26 hertz is the resonant frequency of a LCR circuit. 33.26 is the value of resonant frequency of a series LCR circuit. Now again, what we have to find out is impedance, current and power dissipated. To find out all these things, we should first find out the value of impedance. What is the expression for impedance? The expression for impedance is equal to Z is equal to square root of R square plus XL square minus XL minus XC whole square. This is our expression for impedance. Now, in case of resonance condition, we know that at resonance, in a resonance frequency condition, what we will get is XL is equal to XC. This XL will be equal to XC. At resonant concept, the value of inductive reactance is equal to value of capacitive reactance. Then these two terms cancels with each other. What is the remaining thing? Z is equal to square root of R square here. Because this whole term will become 0. XL minus XC whole square is equal to 0. Then the remaining thing is Z is equal to square root of R square. Square root cancels with the square. What is the remaining thing? That is equal to R. Here what we have got is Z is equal to R. That means we have the value of R is equal to 5. Therefore Z is equal to R is equal to 5 ohms. This is the total impedance of the circuit. The total impedance of the circuit is equal to 5 ohms. Now again, what we have to find out is current. To find out current, what we have to do? We have to write an expression. I is equal to V divided by Z, or IRMS is equal to VRMS divided by Z. What is the value of V? Voltage. Voltage is equal to 285 volts. This is 285 volts. The value of impedance is equal to 5 ohms. 285 divided by 5. What it will be? 285 divided by 5 is equal to 57. That is 57 ampere. This is the current drawn through the circuit. And the last thing is power. Power dissipated in this circuit. What is the expression for power? The expression for power is P is equal to V into I. Or you may write that as VRMS into IRMS. Power is equal to VRMS into IRMS. Then P is equal to V is equal to 285 into current is 57. If we multiply these two things, what we will get is 16,245 watts. The SI unit of power is watt. This is power dissipated. P is equal to 16,245 watts. Current is 57 ampere. Impedance is 5 ohms and resonant frequency is 33.26 hertz. This is all about July 2017's question paper problem of alternating current. This is the last problem which I am going to solve in alternating currents, because we have done some of the example problems of alternating current. I have given some homework to you, but this is not yet. There is a lot of way to ask problems in our alternating current problem. Whenever I'll get the problems, I'll send to you. You can go through that. If you don't get the solution for that, problems, I'll solve the problems for you. Okay. Next, the last question or the last problem which I am going to solve in this chapter is a resistance of a resistor 100 ohm, a coil of inductance 0.2 Henry and capacitance of a capacitor 10 microfarad are connected in series across an AC source of 220 volts 50 hertz frequency. Find the average current in the circuit. Look at this. What they have asked is only one thing. What is the average current in the circuit? But the question is easy, but the solution is not that much easy. Because if you want to find out the value of average current means that is mean current. We should know value of mean current and RMS value of current. These are the things which you have to find the value of average current. Now let us see how we are going to solve the problem. Before going to that, we should recall our formulas. Before solving any problem, we should recall all the formulas which are related to that expression. First, we can write the constants of a given thing. The given terms are resistance of a resistor, that is equal to 100 ohm. 100 ohm resistance is connected to an inductance of 0.2 Henry and the capacitance of 10 microfarad, that is equal to 10 into 10 to the power of minus 6 farad. What we have to find is I mean, that is mean value of current. But this is not that much easy to identify. For that, what I'll do is, initially I'll write the expressions for all the current expressions. That is, IRMS is equal to VRMS divided by Z. If you want to find out the value of IRMS means we should know VRMS and impedance value. We know the value of voltage, that is voltage V is equal to 220 volts and frequency is equal to 50 hertz. We know the value of these two constants, but we don't know the value of impedance. We should find out that. To find out impedance, what we can do? We can do by using this formula, that is square root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Here, what is the problem is we don't know the value of XL and XC. So, to find out Z means we have to find out XL. XL is equal to what? That is 2 pi F into L. Now, what is the expression for XC? XC is equal to 1 over 2 pi into F into C. Now, what is the main thing which we have to find? That is I mean. What is the expression for I mean? I mean is equal to 2 divided by pi into I naught. This is the expression for mean value of current. That is mean value of current is equal to 2 by pi into I naught. But here we don't know the value of I naught. What we can do is we can write I naught as root 2 into IRMS. Because we know that IRMS is equal to I naught divided by root 2. IRMS is equal to I naught divided by root 2. So if we modify that expression, we will get I naught is equal to root 2 into IRMS. These are the formulas which we are going to see in our problem. Look, what he has asked is what is the average value of current. If you want to find out the average value of current, we should do all these things. Let us see how we are going to make that thing. Now, first, initially what we have to do is we have to find out the values of XL and XC here. Then only it is possible to find out Z. and if we substitute the value of Z here, we will get IRMS value. If we will get IRMS value means then we can easily find out I naught. Once if we got I naught, then it is easy to find out what is the mean value of current. First, we have to find out XL and XC. XL is equal to 2 pi F into L. XL means 2 into 3.142 into 50 into 0.2, is that millihenry or 0.2 Henry? That is only 0.2 Henry. So there is no 10 to the power of minus 3 here. Here what we have is 2 into 3.142 into 50 into 0.2. If we multiply all those things, what we will get? That is approximately equal to 62.6 ohms. The value of inductive reactance is equal to 62.6 ohms. Next, what is the value of XC? XC is equal to 1 over 2 pi F into C. That is 1 divided by 2 into 3.142 into 50 into C. That is 10 into 10 to the power of minus 6. 10 into 10 to the power of minus 6. If we send this minus 6 to the numerator, it will become plus 6. Here what we have, 50 into 10 is 500. 500 into 2 is equal to 1000. 1000 into 3.142 is equal to 142. 3.142 into 1000. 2 into 50 is 100. 100 into 10 is 1000. 1000 into 3.142 is equal to 3142. 1 into 10 to the power of plus 6. What is the value of 1 divided by 3442? That is equal to 318.47. 318.47 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Sorry, 10 to the power of plus 6. That is. That means this is 0.000031847. 1 divided by 3442 is equal to 0.000318.47 into 10 to the power of plus 6. Okay. If we send this point to the next 6 numbers, then what we will get? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 318.47 ohms. This is the value of capacitive reactance. That is Xc is equal to 318.47, or you may write this as 318.5 approximately. Xc is equal to 318.5 approximately. We can write the values like this. Now what we have to find is Z. We know the value of R, XL and XC here. Then what we will get is Z is equal to square root of, what is the value of R here? R is equal to 100 ohm. That is 100 square plus XL. XL is how much? That is 62.6. 62.6 minus Xc is equal to 318.5. That is 318.5. But in terms of current leads the voltage, the expression is going to change. If the current, if Xc is greater than XL, then current leads voltage. Then the expression will be like this. That is 318.5 minus 62.6 whole square. This is the value of impedance of a circuit. That is 318.5 minus 62.6 whole square. Next, if we subtract 318 by 62, what we will get? This is 10,000 plus 318.5 minus 62.6 is equal to 255.9. 252.9 whole square. If we taken the value of 255.9 whole square, and if we add that with the 10,000 square, and again we have to take out the square root of that thing. If we once multiply 255.9 into 2 times 255.9 into 255.9, then we have to add that thing to the 10,000, then we will get of value 247.04. The square root of whole thing is equal to 247.04, or you may write this as 247 ohms. This is the value of impedance of the circuit. Now what we have got? XL, XC and Z. By knowing the value of Z, we can easily identify the value of IRMS of the current. IRMS is equal to VRMS divided by Z. What is the value of VRMS value? That is, voltage is equal to 220 volts divided by, what is the value of Z? Z is equal to 247 here. If we divide 220 by 247, what we will get? That is approximately, or you may write this as 247.04. Then what we will get is 0.8905. This is the value of IRMS value of current. That is, IRMS is equal to 0.89 ampere. 0.89 ampere. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out the value of I naught. Then only we can get the value of I min. Without that, it is not possible. I naught is equal to root 2 into IRMS. Root 2 means 1.414. IRMS is 0.8905. If we multiply these two terms, what we will get is that is approximately equal to 1.2593. 1.2593 ampere is the peak value of current. I naught means what? That is maximum current of a LCR circuit. Here, that means this is the maximum value of current. That is 1.2593, or you may write that as 1.26 ampere. 1.26 ampere is the maximum current drawn through the LCR circuit. Now, the last thing is I mean. What is the expression for I mean? That is I mean, or you may write that as IM. IM means I mean, or I average. IAVAE. I mean is equal to what? That is 2 by pi into I naught. 2 divided by pi into I naught. What is the value of I naught here? That is I mean is equal to 2 divided by 3.142 into the value of I naught is equal to 1.2593. That is 1.2593. If we multiply and divide all these terms, what we will get is that is 0.818015. This is the value of average current of a series LCR circuit. The average value of series LCR circuit is equal to I mean is equal to 0.8015. If you want to find out I mean means we should know the value of I naught. Here we have find out I naught. If you want to find out I naught, we should know what is the value of RMS value of current. Here we have found out RMS value of current. For that we should want this, that is Z. Z is impedance of the circuit, that is Z is equal to 247.04 ohms. Without the help of XL and XC, inductive reactance and capacitive reactance, it is highly impossible to find out the value of impedance. So these are the procedure to find out the mean value of current. This is it. If there is any doubt, you can ask me later in your